oh my God, it's not raining or it's not really, really hot, so I can actually film and it doesn't look like crap. I'm so excited. And also we have Bugsy here. Bugsy, Bugsy, look how cute you are. You beautiful boy. Yeah, you beautiful boy. You botsy. Anyway, hello guys. It's Kat and I'm back today to do my favorites of November, December. Now, I thought there weren't going to be many products. There's a couple of products to talk about, nothing like crazy major, which is probably good because right after this, I'm thinking of filming my top products of 2018. If you've been watching my channel for a while, you know that in the first 6 months of this year, I did a low buy. So I really didn't buy too much until more recently, until like Black Friday sales and Christmas sets and whatnot. So for me, it's what I thought is best to do is actually go through categories of makeup and pick my one favorite thing that I've either bought this year or that is new this year, and sort of just list one or two products for each sort of category instead of doing a long, giant, rambly one, because there's not too much that stand out as being like super, super, super amazing for me this year. There's some cool products, but I didn't want to like labor the point. I just want to pick things that really stand out as being my absolute favorites. So I'm going to probably film that after this, but I thought last month I didn't actually film, for November I didn't actually film favorites. I was sort of scrambling to do my Project Pan update. My grandfather had passed away, so there was a big time where I was just not giving a shit about trying new makeup and playing with makeup. And then also I did my 1 month, one palette, etc, etc. So for November, I just sort of roll it into December because I've been finding more cool stuff in December to use. But anyway, I'll talk about what I've been loving the last couple of months, and then the next video should be my top products of 2018, and then it leaves me like the week after Christmas to sort of do the wrapping up of my Project Pan, the wrapping up of my empties, and Boogie's talking to me, and that's great, thank you Boogie, and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what we're doing. All right, I've noticed a trend here. It's all eye products and lip products and one tool. Seems like that's about right. I tend to really play up with the lips and try different things on the eyes, and the rest of it I'm like stays the same. But I want to say, if you saw my last review, I did talk about these two palettes, Gemini and Smoke Sessions. So this is Melt Gemini palette, and I'm wearing these shades on my eyes today. I adore them. I still adore them. I love them. I really like them. Hopefully you saw my review. But in that review, I did talk about how this is sort of like, you can wear this every day. This has a lot of more nude shades, more muted shades that you can wear every day. And then if you want to level it up and add either pops of metallic or pops of smokiness, you can add in the Smoke Sessions palette by Melt. So this one, I think the formula is a lot better. It's more pigmented, it's more buttery, it's easier to apply. This one is a little bit drier and a little bit flaky, but it does apply nicely, but it just has a little bit of fallout. So this is sort of my basic palette that I've been wearing, and then I'll wear this to sort of level it up, to add a little bit more oomph. And I love them. I love them so much that I actually ordered the 27 palette of this just last week. And even though those colors for me are a little bit more boring, it's like warms and some sort of mauvey colors, I just thought I really like these, and I've been reaching for them so much. So definitely my favorite. Well, the thing that sort of has changed my, go away fluff, the thing that sort of changed my eyeshadow game in the last couple of weeks has definitely been this. It's like totally changed it. So I really, really dig this. But prior to that, I was playing around a bit with the Huda Beauty. This is the Emerald Obsessions palette, and I was lucky enough to be given this by a friend and subscriber, Jamie. I don't know if she subscribes to this channel, but I know she subscribes to Beauty News. She got me this for Christmas, which was really sweet of her. And I did actually wear this a bit in November. And this I quite like. I think this is a very different tone to what I'm sort of wearing. I like these more swampy greens because I feel like they don't stand out as much. And I know that sounds really weird. I like this like a pop of green if I want a little bit of, like I said, pop of color. Sort of similar to how Smoke Sessions is like the pop of smokiness or the pop of metallic. So yeah, clearly I'm vibing on the greens, but this is a different sort of color story to the other greens. And if I wanted like a pop of this color or a pop of a light sort of, this is a nice color too, like a more, you know, that's more blue toned. It's more sort of like teal colored in the green spectrum. I sort of have been reaching for this. I don't think the quality is anywhere as near as good as the melt quality, but at the same time, it's a lot cheaper. So you get what you pay for. Then I just want to give a shout out to the Gingerbread palette. I did do a full review on this. I did a video where I tried on for the first time, which was actually the second time. And then I checked back in throughout 5 days or so I can use all the shades. And I want to say I really, after doing that video, there are some shades I don't like in this, but overall I really enjoyed the looks I created. Like I said, I don't think the quality is as good as other Too Faced palettes that I've tried, but it's better than other Too Faced palettes I've tried. So what I think I'm trying to say is that some palettes from Too Faced have overall good formula, like every shade works well. I'm thinking of the original Chocolate Bar, the Chocolate Gold palette, but then there are other palettes that have hit and miss shades. And this one does have a few hit and miss shades. That one I don't like. That one I don't like. The rest are pretty decent. But I want to say that there, I really loved the looks that those created, and that really sort of got me into brighter colors again, which I really, really loved. And I love that duochrome shade, which shifts, if you can see in the mirror, gold to pink. It's beautiful. So if you're interested in this palette and you like the colors, like I said, it's not the best Too Faced formula, but it creates some beautiful looks. So even though it's not like my favorite palette of the month, it did inspire some warm looks that otherwise I was sort of over. So I like that for that. All right, we're getting through this pretty quick, which is good. So I can get on to the other video. But the next thing I want to talk about, I have been pairing a lot with looks like I'm wearing today. And I actually really like it, so I want to mention it. So this is by NARS, and this is the Tinted Smudge Proof eyeshadow base. Prior to a few months ago, they had the eyeshadow base for years and years and years and years and years. But recently they brought out tinted versions. So I've mainly been using the light one, but this one in medium dark, I've been reaching for more often than not. And it is a beautiful color. There's actually a deeper one above this as well. So if you're like, that's not dark, there's a darker one, but you can see it's like a beautiful sort of caramel color. It kind of looks like a transition color. So what I like to do is put this on if I'm going to wear a color that's a little bit deeper than my normal skin tone, and then I sort of blend it out. And the good thing is it blends really nicely with the brush, and you can even sort of use this into the crease as your crease color, if that makes sense. So what I sometimes do if I'm going to be, you know, a really quick day, I might put this on, blend it into the crease, and then just put a light noodle over the lid, and it sort of gives the definition and the base. Otherwise, I think it's a really nice base for more brown toned eyeshadows. I think it's a good base, and I particularly like this color. I think I actually like it more than the light, even though theoretically the light would suit me more. I find that does make colors pop a lot more because it's a lighter color. But if I don't want poppy colors and I just want it to be sort of more nude neutral look, this medium dark is a really nice one. So I like that. I feel like one of the things that I really love the most this month, I'm leaving to one of the last things, and I feel really bad, but I figure I may as well go through like categories. And now we're going on to eyeliners. Now, eyeliners that I have been, well, one eyeliner that I have been loving a lot this month, and I called them my racing stripes, is this one here. This is by JD Glow, and this is the neon red matte eyeliner. So it's a liquid eyeliner, and I love it. I love it so much. What I do is I don't have a mirror, but I simply put a little bit just on the lash line there, and then I'll sort of put one just under my wing, and I call it my racing stripes. And I think it makes a warm toned eyeshadow look really edgy and kind of interesting. So I'll put a photo on the screen of what I'm talking about. I've done it probably about 3 or 4 times this month, and it can really jazz up, look at me go, really like make a look a lot more interesting. So I've been really enjoying this. It's so neon, it's so beautiful. I just want to say though that with this, I find that if you apply too much, it will like crack and flake off. So the best thing to do is really, really, really wipe off your brush and apply like the thinnest amount, and you can still get a good effect, and you can maybe build it up slightly, but less is more, because otherwise it's going to flake off and it's going to look a bit silly. So that's how I use it. But yeah, if you start applying too much, it crumbles off and looks horrible. I also have the purple one, which I don't love as much, and I think it's because if you have a look, even though they are sort of darker colors, this one is more, it can actually work a little bit as like a highlighter because it really pops, whereas this one looks quite dark. So if you look at it on the skin compared to this one, you can see how dark it is. So if I have actually tried to do the same thing, same effect, put a little bit and a little bit, but I find that it just doesn't have that sort of bright elevating look. It just sort of looks like you've just got random liner on weird spots on your eye. So this works better just as a liner. Liners that I have been loving, and the liner that I'm wearing today, I've pretty much been wearing these all the time. There's one shade I don't like. I was actually sent these. None of the other things I was sent, I bought them all or got one as a Christmas present. But I was actually sent these, so I'm lucky in this sense, because I would have loved to have tried them, but I wouldn't have bought 4. But they are by Uemura, and these are the Waterpaint inks. Now, when I first saw these, I was like, they're not going to be good, because this one is in, and I lost a nail, this one is in berry red, and if you have a look at it, it looks like a watercolor. It actually looks translucent. The one I'm currently wearing is indigo blue, and once again, you put this on and you're like, it's a nice color, but it's sort of translucent. The other one that I like is this purple one, so deep purple. You're like, all right, meh. And then the one that I don't love as much is Aqua blue. So this is this one here, which is probably the lightest of the bunch. Now, I didn't think these were going to be great, but surprisingly, these apply on the eye really, really, really well. So if you look at them and you go, okay, they are sort of translucent, you can sort of, if you put it over like a freckle or something, you could literally see the freckle underneath. But for some reason on the eye, they're really, really good. So you can't tell that my eyeliner is patchy at all or translucent, but I'm wearing this blue one and I really, really like them. They last really well. I like the colors. I've mainly been using the purple, dark blue, and the sort of berry red color. The berry red color on the eye applies like just a reddy toned purple. It doesn't actually look like a red, it just looks like a warmer purple. Yeah, like I said, the one that I don't wear as much is this light blue one, and that's because for it to actually show up vibrantly on the eye, you need to wear a really light eyeshadow, and I don't generally wear really light eyeshadows, and if I do, it's like no makeup days where I just want to wear some mascara. I don't actually want to go in with a winged liner, but this does work. It's just that because it's a lighter color, it needs to be put over a lighter base, whereas these can go over most eyeshadows. So I was really surprised with these. I thought they looked disappointing, and then I was like, wait, I actually really like these, and to the point where I think my project pan, my gel liner that I'm trying to pan, is struggling because all I've been reaching for is these, which says a lot. So I really like the brush tip applicator. I like the formula. It's not too runny. It doesn't bleed. It lasts really well, and the colors are really pretty. So I really like those. All right, so if I had to pick 3 things that were my absolute favorite this month, it would definitely be Gemini, definitely be this neon liner, and not the last thing, but sort of one of the last things I'm talking about is this Christmas pack. This Christmas pack is phenomenal. I love it so much. I love it so much. So this is by Too Faced, and it's a Sweet Smell of Christmas pack, and in it you get 4 mini melted matte lipsticks. Now, I have said many, many times that melted matte lipsticks are my favorite liquid lipstick, or one of the top 3 favorite formulas of liquid lipstick that I've tried, and I've got a whole bunch of them and I love them. And the good thing about this pack is not only are the shades all unique to the pack, but they all have a different scent to them. So we have Cinnamon Bear, which sort of smells like a cinnamon smell, Sugar Cookie, which smells like sugar cookie, Hot Buttered Rum, which smells sort of like butterscotchy, and then Pumpkin Spice, which sort of smells cinnamony. Now these are, like I said, all different all new shades to this pack. They all have little like decorated lids, which is super, super cute. But the key thing is all of these formulas are really fantastic. I have tried a lot from this range, and I find that most of them, when they work really well, they're fantastic, but some shades are crumbly like other liquid lipsticks. Like, not super crumbly, but they wear off on the inner rim after you've eaten. Whereas all these shades are fantastic, and I particularly love these two here. I'm wearing Hot Buttered Rum today, and it is like my favorite nude of the month. It's my favorite lipstick of the month. It's one of my favorite lipsticks of the year, and I'm so upset that I actually think I will finish this, and I'm not going to be able to buy it again until maybe next Christmas when they might release it again. It's a fantastic color. It's a little bit of an unusual nude, but I'm obsessed with it. It's like a mid-tone nude. It's a little bit sort of orangey, but not too orangey. Pumpkin spice is quite orangey, and I find that I don't love it as much. Like it is quite, it's more statement. Whereas Hot Buttered Rum, I don't even want to swatch it. I'm like, don't ever leave me. Oh, smells so nice. Hot Buttered Rum is, it's more brown, and for some reason on the lips, it just looks like a really unusual nude, but really flattering. So I'm obsessed with this, and I want Too Faced to bring it out in a permanent, in a large one, because I use it every other day, which I shouldn't. I'm trying to pan my Velvet Teddy, but you know, this always calls to me. And before people try to give suggestions on like dupes that are already in this range, I have pretty much all the nudes, and they're not as awesome as this. Like, they're good, but this is something special. The red works well, the orangey color works well, and I particularly also love this nude. So if I want more of a true nude, this sugar cookie one, not only does it smell amazing, but it's a nice sort of like true nude, and it's a little bit cool toned, which makes it a little bit more sort of neutral and pairs really well with bold eyes, glitter eyes, and stuff like that. So ignore that middle one, which I do like, but those two shades I've been wearing all month, and I am obsessed with them. I am literally obsessed with them. From that same Christmas range, I also was lucky enough to get both of the melted mattes in the Gingerbread sort of limited edition ones. So we've got Gingerbread Girl, which is more of, it's actually a darker color. The box is lighter, but it's actually a darker liquid lipstick. So this is Gingerbread Girl. This is the one that was available. It's like new this year, but it was available in Australia as well, and I picked it up in store. It's like a dark sort of burgundy color, and it's got a very slight artificial sort of sweet caramel scent, which it's not the nicest. It's not the nicest. I find that this shade, even though it is gorgeous, it is a little bit patchier. It wears off not as well as these. It's one of those ones that, you can wear it, and it's not a big problem, but when you eat, you're going to have to straight away go check it out, touch it up, because sometimes when they're a little bit deeper in color, they just don't wear well as some of the lighter shades. However, Gingerbread Man, I love. I was very lucky to be sent this by a subscriber. So Paula, who watches Beauty News, she sent this to us. She is a gem, because these are not available in Australia, and I think this is way better. It's a little bit more stronger and nuttier, so if you don't like scented things, this one is a little bit stronger, but you can see that compared to Gingerbread Girl, this is just more of a brighter, deep orangey burnt color, and it's really, really pretty on the lips and wears surprisingly well as well. So I'm just digging all of the Too Faced lip releases for Christmas, and I think particularly this pack, dare I say, it is my favorite Christmas release of the whole year. So, well, of this year. I've tried a lot, and this is by far my most used, and if I was to repurchase a pack or a Christmas product because I was worried I was going to use it up, I would repurchase this just for Hot Buttered Rum. I love you. So this is, I love it. The last thing I want to talk about as a favourites is actually by Ella Cosmetics. Did I mention this last month? No, I didn't do a favourites last month. I don't know. Anyway, it's an Australian brand, and they recently released new sponges. So they're a brush brand, and you can buy In Australia, I think these are $20 for the 2, or you buy a single pack, I think it's $14. They did give Beauty News a discount code. It's not an affiliate code, so we don't get any money, but if you want to order from them and get 10% off, I think it's BN10. I think that's the code, I think. I'll put on the screen. But I love these sponges. I would show you the one that I've been using, but it is really dirty on my desk, so I thought I'd use the one that the 2-pack that I've got as a backup. These remind me a lot of the Flower Beauty sponges, which are praised a lot online, and we can't get it in Australia, even though Flower Beauty has come online at Chemist Warehouse. But the shape of these are a lot better. So I'll put the photo on the screen of the comparison, and I just find that this has that same really soft, beautiful, plump sponge effect, but the shape can really help you get under the eye and just works a bit better in my opinion. So I prefer these. I really like them. I was sent these, but they're my favorite sponges that I'm using at the moment because they're rad. So well done, Ella Cosmetics. All right, those are my favorites for November, December. I'm going to admit that there are a lot of products that I've been buying recently that I've only used once or haven't even used at all. I am planning on doing 2 sort of first impression review sort of videos for some Anastasia palettes. So I might start one of those this week and then maybe do one maybe in the new year. I can't believe how fast this year's going. It's crazy. But yeah, I'm trying to do it, guys. Oh, if you're not aware as well, on Beauty News, we're doing 5 videos a week, and it's not even until Christmas, which is crazy. We're doing it all until the end of the year. So that's why I think this channel has been a little bit like not as consistent because we've just, every day we're putting up a new video, which takes a lot of time. So check that out if you haven't already. Anyway, guys, I'll see you guys in the next one, which hopefully should be my top products of 2018. And until then, have a great day. And no, I'll post that before Christmas. So don't you worry. I'll see you before Christmas. All right, see you guys.